What would you do if a letter arrived in your mailbox addressed to you, but written by someone who shouldn't exist? That's the unsettling starting point of Dear Debbie by Dear Debbie, a psychological thriller that slowly pulls you into a world where nothing feels safe. And every answer raises a more dangerous question. Debbie appears to be living a normal life on the surface. She follows routines, keeps to herself, and tries to maintain control over everything around her. But control is fragile, and in Debbie's case, it's about to shatter. It begins with something small. A letter. At first, it feels like a mistake, maybe something misdelivered, or a harmless prank. But the moment Debbie reads it, a strange feeling settles in. The letter contains details that no stranger should know. Personal, specific, things that should be impossible for anyone else to see. And yet someone knows. Someone is watching. As more letters arrive, the tone shifts. What once seemed like curiosity turns into something far more unsettling. The messages begin to feel intentional, almost calculated. They don't just describe Debbie's life, they hint at things she hasn't told anyone, thoughts she hasn't spoken out loud, moments she has buried deep in her memory. It's as if the writer isn't just observing her, they're studying her. And then, something even more disturbing happens. The letters start to predict events before they occur. Small things at first, coincidences that could still be dismissed as chance. But the predictions grow more precise, more specific, more impossible to ignore. At this point, the question isn't just who is writing the letters. It becomes, how do they know all of this? Debbie begins to search for answers, but the deeper she goes, the more unstable her world becomes. People she once trusted start to feel different. Conversations feel rehearsed. Reactions seem off. Even her own memories begin to feel unreliable. What if the letters are not just messages? What if they are guiding her, nudging her towards something, or away from something? As the tension rises, Debbie uncovers unsettling connections between the people closest to her. Every new discovery adds another layer of doubt. Every truth she uncovers makes her question the previous one. And the worst part, the letters never stop. They continue to arrive, each one pulling her deeper into a psychological maze where the line between reality and manipulation becomes almost impossible to see. There are moments when Debbie believes she has figured it out, moments where everything seems to make sense, but those moments never last. Because the story doesn't give you answers easily. It challenges you. It forces you to question every detail, every character, every motive. And just when you feel like you're finally getting close to the truth, everything shifts. Without giving anything away, the story builds toward a conclusion that reframes everything that came before it. Clues that once seemed small suddenly carry massive weight. Details you might have overlooked become crucial pieces of the puzzle. The final reveal doesn't just answer the question of who is behind the letters. It forces you to rethink why everything happened in the first place. Because in Dear Debbie, the real horror isn't just being watched. It's realizing that someone might understand you better than you understand yourself. And the scariest question of all is this. If someone knows everything about you, how far would they go to control what happens next? As the story reaches its final moments, Everything that once felt confusing starts to fall into place, but not in a way that brings comfort. Instead, it leaves you with that lingering, uneasy feeling that stays long after the last page is turned. Dear Debbie by Dear Debbie isn't just about mystery, it's about control, perception, and how easily reality can be manipulated when you least expect it. And just when you think you've understood the truth, the story gently reminds you that you may have been looking in the wrong direction all along. That's what makes this book so powerful. It doesn't just tell you a story, it pulls you into it and makes you question everything. If this story intrigued you, the only way to truly experience its twists and psychological depth is to read it for yourself. I highly recommend checking out the book through the link in the description below. Immerse yourself fully, uncover every detail, and see if you can piece together the truth before the final reveal hits. And if you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more gripping book summaries, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next story that will keep you thinking long after it ends.